Here we are, back in the shed again. Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah.
Ain't done an episode for a couple of weeks, have we?
No, not for a couple of weeks. This is a special bank holiday at home in the shed version.
Special edition, yeah.
Special edition for a Sunday night instead of a Saturday night for a change.
Exactly. And as you can see, we've got our logo at the back of us. You'll see the logo flashing away with our YouTube channel, Instagram account and Facebook account and Twitter. I must admit, I don't use Twitter that much.
No.
You know, get much of a response on that for some reason, but yeah, the rest of them's going really well. We're happy with the comments and viewers and subscribers we're getting, so it's actually working quite well. Really pleased with it, you know.
Yeah, all good, isn't it?
Yeah, so tonight's going to be a bit different. You're going to see a lot of trailers appear at the back. Hopefully we're not breaking any regulations by doing that, because we are reviewing and previewing, so we should be okay. We'll soon know, won't we?
Yeah.
But, let's get stuck straight in,
right,
then, mate.
Okay, let's kick off with this.
Oh, hang on. Hold up. Oh, we get here. Oh, we can't. I can't even see it. What's this?
This is the eyes of Laura Mars.
Oh.
And this is the soundtrack. And what it was, I watched the film the other night. It was on Horror Channel, and I watched it again, and I realised what a good film it was. And I haven't got the film on video or DVD. I just was watching it on TV, but I've got the record. So that's why I want to do this, like, you know.
Yeah, I wonder what was going on there. There was holes in it.
Hold it up and like have your own face there, like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. It's I mean, the actual film, I didn't realise actually until I looked at this a bit closely that the film is written. It's written by John Carpenter.
All right, yeah.
So do you want to hold that up?
Yeah.
If you get that gatefold up there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's written by. The story was written by John Carpenter, and I thought, yeah, it's got that John Carpenter feel to it, like Halloween, Assault on Precinct 13, you know. But it's great, and as you can see, there's a little bit of risqueness in it. Once again, the 1970s, you know.
That surprised me, mate.
But basically, the story is that she's a fashion photographer, and all of her photography is like quite like violent, you know, and like people getting in car crashes and stuff like that. And she starts getting like visions and like premonitions of murders to come, you know. And that's basically what happens. Like, you know, there's someone who's like popping off all of her inner circle of her friends, you know.
I think I might have seen this.
Yeah, you probably have. I mean, it's been on TV quite a lot over the years, but I mean, I think I did have it on video once, but I haven't got it anymore. But I hadn't seen it for a long time, and yeah, I liked it. You know, it was pretty good. And it's Faye Dunaway is the main actress in it.
My dad's favourite.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you say. I mean, like my dad liked Faye Dunaway as well, and they went to see Bonnie and Clyde at the Pictures when it came out.
Right, yeah.
And about 1968, and I always remember my dad telling me that a fight broke out behind them. A bloke and a woman started scrapping, and the woman stormed out or something.
Bloody
and all the chocolates and sweets went up in the air. And I said, you know, because it was Bonnie and Clyde, like I said, perhaps I, you know, got carried away with it a bit.
Got a little bit in the mood.
But no, it's good, and Tommy Lee Jones is in it. He plays the cop in it, and another couple of actors that you'd know, you know. But yeah, just thought let's kick off with that tonight.
No, brilliant.
Because,
no, good choice. Looks like a young Jim Davidson there.
Yeah,
It ain't him, obviously, but it's a bloke called Michael Zanger.
Michael Zager, that is.
Oh, the Michael Zager band.
Yeah, the Michael Zager band. Let's all chant. It's like the... Yeah.
The eyes. Feels a bit weird down up at the window, look.
The eyes of Laura Mars, like looking in at us, like, you know.
I'm surprised that struck you, that video that record cover, because it is just a normal cover.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How did you detect the inside had nudes in it?
I think after seeing the film and seeing the scenes in the film, I sort of got the vibe that there might be some in the gatefold. There might be some hidden treasures in the gatefold, like, you know,
which you weren't wrong.
Which there obviously was, like,
yeah.
I want a quick one of the girls in that film. Her name's Darlene Flugel, and she was in that Live and Die in L.A.
Oh, right.
She was in
Great
that film.
Yeah.
Funny enough, we was gonna do a chat about William Friedkin, weren't we? But I forgot all about it. But next time we'll get all that stuff together.
Yeah.
And we'll have a chat about William Friedkin, because he's made some good films.
Bit of Rampage, great film.
Rampage. That's the one I was thinking of. Rampage and Live and Die in L.A. and you know. Well, obviously The Exorcist and French Connection.
That Rampage was about a serial killer, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and what happens is he murders a packet of Cocoa Pops.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Serial killer.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? I mean, you get everything on
Yeah,
here.
yeah, jokes, everything, a lot.
Right, the next little selection I've got here, I suppose I'll pull out these first because
What's going on here?
we're getting a bit of a mess here. Right, this is we're going to talk about the Twilight Zone.
Ah, you can't whack it, can
This
you?
is the Twilight Zone, isn't it? The classic,
Yeah, what?
1950s sci-fi serial, and I've actually got the. Hang on a minute, let's try and get them in order here. Right, there's volume 1, right? Okay, that's volume 1 there,
Love it. Love a bit of Twilight Zone.
and that's got on it. I think that's got can't see now. the eyes are going.
Yeah.
Can you see?
It's that album that's done it.
Yeah, the Invaders.
The Invaders.
Yeah.
One for the Angels. The Eye of the Beholder and the Lonely.
Oh right, yeah. So the Eye of the Beholder is a good one. That's where there's a girl and she thinks she's like different from the, and it turns out at the end all their faces are really ugly, and like it's the other way round. She's like the outcast because she's beautiful, and all the people in this like imaginary world are all like ugly,
Fancies,
really
yeah.
ugly, like
Yeah.
you know. And then the others here, you've got there's one which is really good. It's the one that I was going to say is the William Shatner one, the classic Nightmare at 20,000 feet.
Ah, now
That's the one, isn't it?
that is a good one.
Yeah.
And did they do a remake of it with John Lithgow?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, thought so, yeah.
I was going to say because the Twilight Zone, the movie, was that was one of the stories in it, wasn't it? And it was him, our mate John Lithgow, you know.
Even Jim Carrey done it, didn't he?
Yeah,
Something on the
yeah.
wing, something. Yeah. That's brilliant. That one.
But William Shatner was in a few of these Twilight Zones, and he was in another one where him and his wife stopped in this little town, and they were putting money in this like thing on the counter, like, and it was like giving them like fortune cookies, you know. And it's like they couldn't leave the town, you know. It was like a little devil-shaped thing.
Yeah, I love stuff like that.
And I mean, I have actually got a DVD indoors that you gave to me, but it's Blu-ray, so I haven't been able to watch it yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But it's the first series, I think, the first season, so a few of these might be on there. But these are the videos that I had. That I mean,
These
I've
are
had
brilliant.
for ages, and you know,
There's a Twilight Zone that I always, you know what I'm going to say, didn't you?
yeah,
The Minute Makers.
the Minute Makers, yeah,
But that was unreal. I mean, the story goes, a bloke wakes up a minute,
yeah,
not
a minute before he usually
that's
wakes
right,
up, doesn't he?
I think the clock goes off at 8:59, and
Yeah.
he wakes up at. Yeah, he wakes up at 8:59. He normally wakes
Yeah,
up at 9,
that's
isn't
it, yeah.
And he hears all this smashing and banging downstairs.
Yeah,
so,
this is a burglary
yeah.
going on, isn't it?
It's weird. He runs downstairs and there's like all people in like green suits.
Yeah,
and that,
like boiler suits, aren't they?
Yeah. If I can find a clip, I'll put one up.
Yeah.
And I'll show you. And he comes downstairs and he's talking to them and trying to pull them out of the house, isn't he? And they're taking all the wallpaper off the walls and everything.
Yeah,
And
bizarre it is.
none of them are answering him. So he runs outside and people are pulling the lawn up, the paving stones and everything, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just totally unbelievable, isn't it?
And he runs into the town and turns a corner and it's just a white void, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just nothing
Yeah.
there. And then he sees this old boy walking along and he says to him, "What's going on?" He says, "What are you doing here?" He said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, you know, you shouldn't be here yet." And he
Yeah.
said, "Well, what are you talking about?" He said, "Well, you woke up a minute early and we ain't finished building the minute
That's
yet."
it, yeah.
Which, when I was young,
Yeah, I know,
that
yeah.
was playing with my mind on
Blows-
ages.
blows your mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, horrible that was.
The minute makers
Yeah.
busy making the next minute, like
Yeah.
you know.
Well, it's a bit like the tree in the forest, isn't it? You know,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it falls, does anyone hear it? If there's no one around,
Yeah,
does it
exactly.
make a sound?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Who knows?
I know it's weird,
But
isn't
maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree. Hey, keep banging them out tonight.
But yeah, that was a good one. That it was one of the later ones. I've got one of the late ones in here actually. But the other one, I think there was quite a few of these, but I've got one. What have I got? I've got number 1, 4,
Yeah,
5, and 3. So I haven't got number 2, and there's probably a couple of others. But
walking distance as well. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Remember that
I
one?
mean, they are good. I mean, this one has got one on it called Living Doll.
That face.
Yeah, I know. That's what's funny. That
Yeah.
that face always gets me. What I liked about it was the way that Shatner, he pulls the blind down, doesn't he? and he's sitting there like trying to compose himself, like as if there's nothing out there. And then he clicks up, puts the shutter back up, and the face is right at the window, isn't it?
You might just be able to make that out there. Look, little boat on him.
Yeah. And when it's sort of like it's on the wing and it's pulling up something, and it looks at him, it sort of goes out as if to say,
it's
look
horrible.
what I found,
disturbing me here. I'm trying to destroy an engine.
Yeah.
But
that one there's a good one as well. That's called Living Doll, and that's Telly Savalas, old Kojak, you know.
There's a little story about Savalas, wasn't there? Remember that? When he went to Heathrow Airport.
Oh yeah, what happened there? Yeah,
well, apparently he got to Heathrow Airport and there was hordes of people everywhere.
Oh right,
and he was like, he couldn't believe it, how nice the English fans were.
Yeah.
Not realising it was Barry Manilow
coming
on the same plane as him.
Nothing to do with him,
no one even knew who he was. Poor sod.
Poor old Kojak,
Yeah.
They weren't interested. It was interested in Barry Manilow.
Yeah.
But this one, Living Doll, he plays a guy who's having a nervous breakdown, and his wife and child come home with this doll, and he's bad tempered and that. He says, "You got money to spend on these things, Anyway, the doll starts talking to him, and it's like it's possessed, So it's a little bit like an early version of all these films we've got now, like The Conjuring and Annabelle and all these like doll films.
Oh right, yeah, okay. So that's where it obviously stemmed from.
Obviously, they're probably, I don't know if they got the idea from that or not, but it is good because no one can hear the wife can't hear the doll, and neither can the little girl. It's only him that hears the doll making threats and that, And the doll is called Talkie Tina. The doll is called.
Yeah. There was another Twilight Zone that I really liked, and it was about a bloke who was a gambler, and he kept losing all the time. Like hundreds of dollars, and then he started playing pool, and he made a wish: I want to win, and he kept winning everything.
Yeah.
Even if he was playing bad, it was going in the pocket.
Yeah.
And he kept getting all this money, loads of it. It was driving him nuts in the end.
Yeah.
Really good it was. You right turnaround.
Yeah, I see one of the later ones with Elliot Gould.
Oh right.
And he played a restaurant critic, and every restaurant he sort of like panned. He was like no one liked him because everywhere he went he used to slate him when they go out of business. And he went to a Chinese place, and I don't know what happened exactly, but someone put a curse on him, so he was eating, and he couldn't fill himself up. Right. And that was the idea of it. He was just like he's eating loads and loads of this special fried rice and that, and he was like just weren't doing nothing.
Say like Twilight Zone was always one of my favourites.
Yeah. I used to watch it on TV. The other one, The Outer Limits, as well. I used to watch them in the 80s and that when they started putting them on again on Channel 4 and that. And yeah, I think they're great. This is another one. This is for the new series of the Twilight Zone, which I think was from the 80s, and that one is a Wes Craven special, an all new Wes Craven special. So basically the 4 stories on there are directed by Wes Craven. I think he did quite a lot of these new ones
of Freddy Krueger fame.
Yeah. Oh, Wes Craven. And also I think George Romero done a couple of these. But the best one on here is A Little Peace and Quiet, and it's where this woman, she just sort of like all her family are around her driving her nuts, like, and she just like shouts like quiet, and they just stop, and that's what she does. She just like when she goes out shopping, she can walk around the mall and that, and everyone's just standing there silent, And but there's a twist to it. There's a twist to that particular story. Where
there's always a downside.
Yeah, she's lapping it up because she can go in and out the shops and she can pick up stuff that she wants. Ain't got to pay for it. Yeah, just walks around taking stuff. And there's just people standing around like this, like mannequins, where she just says quiet and it all stops. Yeah. But there's like I said, at the end there's a twist, like
We won't tell you.
We won't say.
Won't spoil it for you.
Anyone wants to see it. I don't want to ruin it for them, but yeah, so that's the only one I've got of the all new Twilight Zone from the 80s now.
The Wes Craven special, remember that?
Yeah,
well worth doing. Nice.
That is good. I like that. Yeah. Right, the next one I've got here is this is another one unusual film. This is called Night on Earth, and this was a film that I've had that video a long time. And I think I might have even seen it at the pictures when it came out. But and at one point I even had the T-shirt. I had a T-shirt with the cab going round on the front.
That's a brilliant picture.
Yeah, yeah. It's a film directed by a guy called Jim Jarmusch.
Right.
And he's like an offbeat American film director. And this was one of my dad's favourite films. He always liked this because it's basically 5 stories all over the world of different cab drivers.
Oh, yes, that's why he liked it.
Because he was like, as a cab driver, he liked it. But the first one is set in LA, and it's Winona Ryder. And then there's one in France, there's one in Norway or somewhere, and there's one in New York, The one in New York is the one where the guy's got the red nose on, you know. But it's good. It's like a typical offbeat, sort of downbeat kind of tale, about 5 different cab journeys around the world. It's an unusual idea,
It says a hip and hilarious comedy from the cult director Jim Jarmusch.
Yeah.
The action takes place in 5 taxis in 5 cities in one night, with a brilliant cast of cabbies and customers. The story stretching from sunset to sunrise, ranged from the ridiculous to the sublime, punctuated by a haunted theme song by Tom Waits. I've never heard of him.
Tom Waits is like an American singer,
Right. Oh, okay. Jarmusch's most accessible movie and a film to cherish.
Yeah, it is good. I mean, I've not watched that for ages actually, but
that'd bring back memories of your dad, wouldn't
it? Yeah. I mean, he did used to like it because we used to, especially the 2 stories he liked best was the LA one with Winona Ryder and Gina Rowlands, who was John Cassavetes' wife.
Is that her there?
And that's her there, in the back of the cab there.
Yeah.
And the other one with the New York one, where this guy is like a Polish immigrant with that red nose on, and that guy is that Giancarlo Esposito, who's in a lot of Spike Lee films.
Yeah, I know who he is.
And he gets in the cab and he wants them to take him to the Bronx or somewhere, and he goes the wrong way and that. But it's good, yeah. It's a good film. It is. It's I've not, like I said, I'll have to have another look at it. Rosie Perez is in it as well.
Yeah. It's a really unusual film, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
One of them little gems.
Yeah. When I was looking through all my stuff tonight, I just spotted that and I thought, oh yeah, why haven't we spoke about that before?
Little tribute to the old man, that one.
Well, yeah, because I mean, he did used to like it because he was a cab driver and he just, it was just unusual, and he liked New York as well, like we do,
Yeah, who don't?
Yeah. Right then, this is hang on, what bloody hell? Just dusting.
Yeah, Christ, want to get a cloth out to that?
Blimey, look at that. This is Deadly Illusion. This is. I don't know whether we spoke about this before, but
is that Ray Parker Jr. there?
No, it's that guy, Billy D. Williams.
Right.
Billy D. Williams, Morgan Fairchild, and there you go. And Vanity. The Vanity was a really nice-looking Latin American sort of singer, and she was one of Prince's. That's her on the back.
Oh right, yeah.
She was one of Prince's protégés, And when Prince was making Purple Rain, and he had 3 or 4 bands. He had Wendy and Lisa, Apollonia, 6, and Vanity, and they were like all girl groups. And but I mean she's okay. She's not a great actress, but she's she looks good. And Morgan Fairchild's in that as well. And it's directed by our mate Larry Cohen once again.
Larry Cohen.
It's another Larry Cohen classic,
Joe Cortez.
But it's a bit like Mike Hammer.
Right.
It's that sort of thing. Like Billy D. Williams is like a downbeat, burnt out cop or a private eye sort of thing. And I'm not sure what the exact story is now, but it's the usual stuff. Someone gets framed for murder, and he's on the run. And,
that's basically what it says. Yeah,
that's it. But there was a little thing on the other day on Facebook about Larry Cohen. They were talking about him. They had some sort of Q&A at one of the places in London, one of the cinemas, and they were going to show a couple of his films and they were going to be talking about it because, I mean, most people only know him for like Q the Winged Serpent, didn't they? But he's made quite a few others.
I've never seen that.
Never seen it?
No.
That's good. Yeah, it's good. It's unusual sort of film, really. It's the way it's filmed. It's the creature don't look too bad actually. The effects are quite good.
Does look like Ray Parker Jr.
Doesn't it? That's who I thought it was for a minute.
But
of course, I mean, when I thought of Ray Parker Jr., and Billy D. Williams, and Vanity, and Stacey Dash, Enemy Territory straight away coming to my head,
Yeah, again, I think we spoke about it before, but if you've never seen Enemy Territory, fantastic film.
It is one of the best, one of the classics, isn't it?
Michael Jam Vincent as well, was it?
Michael Vincent. Yeah, he died just recently, didn't he?
That's right, yeah. He used to be an Airwolf.
That's right.
Well,
He was
one
in
of his
Airwolf.
biggest
Yeah,
things.
yeah, and he was a good actor. He was, wasn't he? But he was in that Enemy Territory, and he played like a burnt out Vietnam vet, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he did. Yeah, who weren't scared of no man.
It makes you wonder sometimes how a burnt out Vietnam vet ends up living in a block of flats in the Bronx.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
the whole flat was covered in silver foil. There ain't even any wallpaper or nothing,
Nah.
is it? It's just it's like a nuclear bunker. It's weird, but it's
Yeah,
he saves the day, doesn't he?
yeah, yeah. Oh, it's good. I mean, and yeah, it's a good film that. And Tony Todd's in it, isn't he?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a few other actors that you sort of recognise. You're not sure of their names, but they've been in things since, like
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, that's quite good. That Deadly Illusion. It's
Yeah.
not bad. It's one of his later films. I don't know whether he's made a film for a while actually, Larry Cohen, but he certainly put his mark down, hasn't he, on the cult
Put his
cult movie
moniker
world.
down. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Right, the last one I got tonight. The last one I got is another record, and I think you're gonna laugh at this.
Yeah.
Because I got this the other day, and I've had this record before, and I actually sold it. And when I see it the other day, I thought I'll get that again. And then when I played it, I thought, no, I think I've got to keep this. Actually,
Yeah.
I've got to keep this now, and I've got to talk about it on the shed, you know. And I don't know if you remember this guy or not, but he was a sort of comedian singer from the 80s, and his name was Roy J. And look, there he is. There.
Sad. I do remember him actually. Yes, I do. I do.
Remember? Do you remember him? He used to.
What weird
He
looking
used to
bloke.
come on he used to come on like sort of like slink on the stage, and he used to go spook, and like
That's right,
like-
spook.
and like he used to jump up in the air.
Was
and
he the
that.
one that used to do Sliver?
Yeah, Slither. Yeah,
Well, the missus and my dad. That's what they always used to do. Sliver.
yeah.
How weird's that?
Sliver,
God
yeah.
dear. I can't believe that.
Unbelievable,
Yeah, I
wasn't it?
forgot who it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Roy J. And it's like that track on their Vehicle. That's the track that he was always like. He'd come on and the music would be playing in the background, and he'd sort of sing a bit to it, and then he's like there is clips of him on YouTube on the Des O'Connor show, believe it or not, and he comes on doing the whole act, you know,
Brilliant that.
and yeah, and when I see it, I thought to myself, I thought, I wonder if you'd remember that.
Yeah.
I thought he must do because
Yeah.
I mean most people remembered it, you know what I mean? He was,
Sliver.
but he's still going. I think he does like gigs
he?
in Benidorm or
I
somewhere.
can't believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, when Shell says it, she
Yeah,
won't believe that.
yeah, I know,
That
yeah.
bring back a lot of memories.
Roy
that.
J, and it's
Yeah.
actually signed inside.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, whoever's previously had the record, it's actually been signed. It's got to Karen, Love and Spooks, Roy J, Circus 1983.
How about that?
So I'm assuming it was the Circus Tavern or something like that.
Oh, it could be. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? But yeah, so he's obviously signed the record, and yeah,
That's incredible. That,
there he
isn't
is.
it?
Spook,
What's the
Slither.
Is he a good singer?
Actually, he ain't bad. Actually, I mean,
I can't stop loving you. Like.
yeah, I know. Yeah, this one, Vehicle, the first one, Vehicle, that is like that was an old track by this rock band called Ides of March, and it's you know the film Stallone, Lock Up,
Yeah.
when they're putting together that car in the workshop.
Oh yeah.
And
Brilliant.
They're playing that track in that scene.
Right. Yeah. I do
And
know.
and it's quite funky actually. This record it's got some good beats on it, like, you know. But there's a version of a whiter shade of pale on side 2 where he goes a bit reggae. It's a bit embarrassing, like,
Is
you
it?
know.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
it's a bit embarrassing because he's trying to do a Jamaican
Oh
accent.
no. Just don't work, does
Nah,
it?
don't work like. I don't know where. I think he's a northern comedian.
Well,
so
that is a cracker. That
But
guy.
there he is.
That is a cracker. Here he is.
I always try and I make it my business now to sort of, like, you know, look for these obscure records. Like we had Grot Bags, and now we've had him. Like, you know, I'm just
Roy J.
hoping that one day I can find the Rod Hole and Emu album. You know,
Got to be one existing.
must be
isn't
one
there?
around. He must
Yeah.
have made a record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So there we have it.
that's it. That's
There we have it.
That's
A
tonight's
nice,
selection.
Nice little selection. I would name it a little Twilight Zone special.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because anyone that likes watching Twilight Zone,
Yeah.
there's we've got a load of classics in the collection by the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, the Twilight Zone was one of the best sort of like sci-fi serials, wasn't it, from the 60s?
Yeah.
And who can forget Rod Serling when he used to stand there with that fag on, didn't he?
Yeah.
At the beginning, introducing it and
That's
that,
right,
like, you
yeah.
know. And he also made a thing after the Twilight Zone called Night Gallery, which was quite good. That was from the 70s, though.
I do remember that.
That was like weird camera angles, and it come on late at night on BBC Two and that, like, you know, and it's like if you was a young kid and that, it could give you nightmares, you know.
Well, one we need to look for as well. I was talking to James at work the other day. He knows one of the actors in it, and it's a film called The Apple, I think it's called.
The Apple.
Yeah, it's. He showed me a bit of it. It's like a bit like Tommy, you know, the musical.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that. It's all like psychedelic and that.
Oh, right.
And
yeah.
his mate is the main actor in it.
Oh, right.
Like a Scottish guy.
Yeah.
Looks quite good, it does. So
Is that a new film or an old film? Or?
I would say late 70s,
Oh,
early
right,
80s,
so it's quite old
something
then.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But it looks like all like a glitter ball going all the time
Oh,
and
right.
stuff like that.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
we'll definitely look out for that.
Yeah. So
try and research that one. Might even be able to find it, you know. You never know.
It's you probably know the bloke anyway. I can't think of his name now, but you'll have a look.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah. But I watched a good film this week while I was in the shed waiting for a 3D print to finish, and it was what was it now? The Linda Hayden one.
Oh yeah. The House on Straw Hill.
Yeah, which was Expose, I think originally. Yeah, great film.
Yeah,
brilliant film. You know, and then I watched the interview with her after.
Yeah,
like, you know, as she is now. And
yeah.
It was interesting to see her talking about it. And what was interesting is when she arrived at the train station to meet this bloke in a Rolls Royce. She's a writer and she's going to help him.
Yeah.
It's Hatfield Peveril, it is.
Oh, is it?
In Essex.
Oh, right, so it's out that way.
So it's all filmed round there, it's weird, you know.
So it's all up in Essex.
Yeah, couldn't believe it.
Out this way, yeah.
Yeah, thought that, couldn't believe it.
Yeah. But she is nice. I mean, if that's the one I'm thinking of, it was that, if it was that Fiona Richmond, she was like a face of the 70s, wasn't she? She was always in, like, you know, those sorts, like, a bit like Mary Millington, you know. But I could be wrong if it's her or not. I don't know. Because I know I have seen one of those. I've seen a film with her in, apart from, you know, Blood on Satan's Claw and all the others and that. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's her or not. But we'll have to look into that. See if it is.
What one's that?
The one that you watched, the House on Straw Hill. It is Fiona Richmond, is it?
What, the woman she's in it with?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look because she was in a few films in the 70s. That Fiona Richmond.
Got a very manly look to her.
Yeah,
she does look like Dolph Lundgren.
Looks about 7 foot tall, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. Yeah, but apparently she was a bit of an adult actress.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
I think that's. Yeah, she definitely was. You know, and they try to branch out into mainstream movies. It don't always work, does it?
No disrespect to her, but the acting is terrible.
Not a lot of good. No.
It's only Linda Hayden that holds the film together, to be honest. You know, but the other woman is dire.
Yeah, pretty bad.
The screaming and the crying is just like unbearable. So wooden. But
the fast forward,
worth watching. You know, worth having a look at.
Yeah.
What else we've been up to this week? Done a bit of arcade. This week finally got the 2-player thing working on that.
Yeah, it looks good. All looks good up there.
Yeah, it's all moving fast.
Yeah.
And
the Jeepers Creepers thing that you made.
Oh yeah, done that for my neighbour Ben.
Yeah.
Loved it.
That looked
Rambo,
good. Yeah, that looked good. That did.
Yeah, it's creepy thing. It is.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm still modelling the creature. Doing that bit by bit. It's taken a while, but yeah, it's getting there. It's looking good now as well.
Excellent, good stuff.
Yeah, that about wraps it up for this week. As I say, we'll put a couple of things on the screen behind, as you've probably seen already. But keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like as usual. And thanks for joining us once again.
See you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, see you in a couple of weeks. Cheers for watching.